case? Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
You have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim.
All right, folks. I'm excited to bring you one of the most baffling sovereign citizens I've ever featured on this channel. This guy seriously needs a law book, or 5, because he clearly has no idea what's going on. He didn't even realize. He was the defendant in the case. How do you walk into a courtroom and not know you're the one on trial? Let me know in the comments. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clueless do you think this guy is? I'll share my rating at the end. Spoiler alert, it's well over a 10. Now, I'll admit, there might be something deeper going on here, possibly even a mental health issue, so I'm going to try to keep it respectful. Honestly, I do feel a little bad for him. All right, with that said, let's jump in.
Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
David Walker.
Your Honor, it looks like he has 2 files.
I see that. All right, we'll next take up 2 cases, both entitled State of Kansas versus David Wayne Walker, 22 CR 398 and 22 CR 508. All right, we'll first take up 22 CR 508. This is my case, Mr. Walker. You failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
It's safe for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
You want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper. Yes, sir. Don't have any money to.
Pardon?
Yes, I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay, you understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay, well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had, but if you want to represent yourself, you have that right. I just want to make sure you understand that if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to continue representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th of 2022, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver. And the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right, can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There
Yeah.
is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case.
Now, do you see why I seriously started to wonder if this guy has some kind of mental impairment? I'm the last person who'd ever mock someone with a disability, but come on. This guy has to be missing a brain cell or two. At this point, there's just no excuse. He was literally offered a free public defender and declined. Fine. That's his choice. But then, as he's sitting there about to sign the form, acknowledging that he understands the risks of representing himself. His first question to the judge is, "Am I the defendant? I mean, what?" Someone please jump in the comments and explain how that makes any kind of sense. I genuinely can't tell if this is part of some sovereign citizen script or if this guy just has no clue what's happening. Like, how do you not know you're the defendant, especially when you're appearing in court from jail? If this is supposed to be some kind of act, it's one of the worst I've ever seen. Let me know what you think.
There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct? The crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime? No victim?
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim that
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
the state of Kansas is the victim.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes. Do you wish to represent yourself or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you. And that if you can't afford to hire one, one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case
Why are we playing a game
in front of me.
The judge really needs to let this guy get his questions on the record because he's got some wild ones coming up, like, "Am I incarcerated right now?" and "Are you the judge?" Seriously, this man needs a major reality check. I'm starting to think this sovereign citizen might be faking it, either pretending to be clueless or trying to come off as mentally unstable. Think about it. Asking the judge if he's the defendant on the record could be part of some strategy. If you didn't know, there's actually a legal defense called ineffective assistance of counsel. It's where a defendant claims they didn't understand their rights or the charges against them in hopes of getting the verdict tossed out. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if that's exactly what this guy's trying to do. But what do you think? Does it seem like he's playing dumb on purpose, or is he really this far gone? It's honestly tough to tell. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's jump back in.
October,
Trying to understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself. And that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket, October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I wouldn't be able to have access to certain legal things to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm
Oh,
not
they-
sure what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right, I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like you failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000 cash or surety. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom, October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is 6,000 cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess.
Absolutely. Here's a polished and well-structured rewrite of your commentary that keeps your original voice, critical, humorous, and a bit sympathetic, while improving clarity and flow for a video or content post. Well, this guy definitely won't be getting out anytime soon. Too bad he didn't have a chance to get free legal counsel. Oh, wait, he did. I know sovereign citizens are deep in their conspiracies and delusions, but what I don't get is why they don't at least accept standby counsel. Like, seriously, the law will come down on you whether you believe in it or not. If these people truly think the court has no jurisdiction, wouldn't it make more sense to just refuse to speak at all instead of rambling off some script? Honestly, I'd respect that more than the nonsense they usually spew. This guy here had a chance. He was offered help and just straight up rejected it like it was some kind of trap. Now he's worse off because he doesn't even understand the basics of his own case. I mean, part of me does feel bad for him. He might have some cognitive issues, and that's sad. But it still doesn't justify diving headfirst into the sovereign citizen rabbit hole. They all act like they're above the law. But the truth is, the law does not care what they believe. The court system will proceed with or without their approval. Watching it unfold is entertaining, sure, but also kind of sad. Because if this guy had just used a bit of common sense, he could have had someone helping him through the process. Instead, he's sitting there asking, "Am I